Goku versus Saitama. One of the most heavily debated topics within the anime community. And frankly, I don't see how this is a debate, honestly. Goku takes this easily. Now hold on. I know some of you might disagree with me, so I took the liberty of finding some frequently used arguments from a TikTok channel, because why not? And so I'll be debunking his arguments one at a time. From the comparisons he laid out, it's obvious he's never watched Dragon Ball. Saitama fans usually never watch Dragon Ball, and they still argue, but don't worry. I'll make sure to explain exactly why Goku beat Saitama, with clear and accurate facts. Oh, but before we continue, let me just roll this clip.
あります。虎、不特定多数の生命の危機。鬼、町全体の機能が停止、もしくは壊滅の危機。竜、いくつもの町が壊滅する危機。神、人類滅亡の危機。
From this is obvious that Saitama fans didn't even pay attention to their own show. Because, wow. Just, wow. Seriously? Seriously? This is what the fans are praising? They're fighting Jujutsu level characters and calling them strong. City level? Really? A threat to a city? Really? Really, man? Multiple cities? Not even a continent? Cities? Wow. Wow. Not a continent. A city. A city. A literal city. That's what people are bragging about. I know I watched the show and I knew this, but most Saitama fans didn't know this. So, don't worry, I'm just gonna leave this here. You see it pop up from time to time. But yeah, just remember this. These are what Saitama is fighting. So, his first point is strength. And, this isn't even showing any strength feats. All this says is that Goku gets stronger after every fight, and I mean, that's obvious, like, he is a Saiyan. But even this is an oversimplification, because Saiyans get stronger as the fight progresses, as stated by Vegeta, as you can read it here. And then he proceeded to laugh about the fact that Goku learns from his opponents. Like, I don't see how that's funny, considering Saitama also learned from his opponent, Garo. So, well, yeah, he learned from Garo when he was learning, when he wanted to go back in time, where he learned time manipulation. So he did learn from his opponent, so I don't see how that's funny. And considering this is a VS battle, what does learning about his opponent, what, how is that fun? Never mind, just never mind. So, let's continue. For Saitama, he put a panel where Saitama is growing exponentially as the fight progresses. You know, like a Saiyan, because that's what Saiyans do. And if you actually read the manga, you know Saitama only grew this fast because he was under his intense emotion that he began to grow this fast, meaning his growth rate is entirely dependent on his emotions, which means normally he can't grow this fast. Saitama just has limitless potential, but not infinite strength as the fans say, as this panel clearly shows, because if you have infinite power, you can't grow stronger, but Saitama keeps growing stronger, which shows he doesn't have infinite strength. He still has limits, so he's growing past his limits, while Garo keeps copying him. It clearly debunks the usual argument of Saitama fans, but some of them still wouldn't agree. Well, this guy didn't actually provide any power feats at all, so I will take it upon myself to tell you how strong they are. And I will need to use Dragon Ball Z Goku. Super Goku is way too much for Saitama. So the strongest feat of Saitama was the one where he was going all out as stated by himself, where he and Garo punched each other and destroyed thousands to millions of stars. That's impressive for One Punch Man, but that doesn't even give him galaxy level. Also the fact that the galaxy they were in is still intact. So thousands to millions of stars does not give you galaxy, it only gives you multi-solar system. And that's the highest feat Saitama has ever done, and that was at his full power. So now let's move on to Goku. Frieza in the Namek saga was stated to be able to destroy the universe multiple times, and this is even shown as Frieza was able to withstand the spirit bomb that was created by Goku using the energy from across the entire universe. And considering the universe in Dragon Ball is infinite, then yeah, that's a whole lot of energy. And Frieza was able to withstand this. And base Goku, that's when Goku doesn't transform, base Goku from the Buu saga is stronger than Frieza. So base Goku is already universal. In his base form, Saitama isn't even galaxy level. Considering that a universe in Dragon Ball is infinite, meaning to have infinite galaxies, and Saitama can't even destroy one galaxy, the gap in their powers is way too much. Like, so incomprehensible that it's pointless to argue multi-solar system versus universal. How do you even compare that? And I'm sure some people are going to start talking about how Saitama defeats every villain with one punch. Let me bring the scan back. City level. That's what he's one punching. Literally, beginning of Dragon Ball Z, Nappa. The same Nappa who compared to base Dragon Ball Z Buu Saga Goku would be like a bacterium compared to a meteor. That's how weak Nappa is. That same Nappa destroyed an entire city by lifting 2 fingers. Literally, Nappa is a demon level threat by lifting 2 fingers. I don't think you guys see how insane that is. And then we move on to King Vegeta, who had a power level of 10,000. To destroy the moon in Dragon Ball, you need a power level of 200. And King Vegeta, who is also like a bacterium, to base DBZ Buu Saga Goku, was able to destroy 3 planets by flexing his arm. Like literally, he flexed his arm and destroyed 3 planets. He's already a god level threat, and that guy is garbage. Like, he's literally the only person he can beat in the Dragon Ball world is Hercule. Like, that's an insult. You guys really need to watch Dragon Ball, because the way you guys downplay, like, you argue with either watching the show, because if you actually watch the show, you know that this argument is very silly. Well, his second point is even worse than the first one. He brings a scan and concludes that Saitama's speed is infinite, which it isn't. Well, let me debunk this real quick. To qualify for infinite speed, you either have to travel a finite distance in exactly 0 seconds, not 0.1, not 0.001, it has to be exactly 0. Or no time at all. Basically 0 seconds means no time at all. Or travel an infinite distance in a finite period of time. Now for the first debunk. Saitama moving around on all those rocks does not give him infinite speed, because first of all, Io, which is the moon he was on, only has a circumference of 11,446 kilometers, or 1/3 that of Earth. So the distance is nowhere infinite, and nowhere is it stated that the rocks weren't falling, because in the panel we clearly see the rocks falling, so that means they are moving, so time wasn't at halt then, so no infinite speed at all. It just gives him massively faster than light and nothing more. Secondly, they're just portals, man. Like, there's nothing instantaneous about them. It's just one portal leads to another portal, from one point to another, like wormholes. I draw a circle here, a circle appears here, so I just move through and come out the other way. It's not instantaneous, man. That's how every portal user does it. Like, there's nothing special about Garros. It's clearly just portals. He just moved through them. He's not using his raw speed. Then the guy concludes that Saitama is moving at irrelevant speed and completely unavailable. What does unavailable even mean? That's not even a scale. That's not a speed scale. That doesn't even mean anything. I'm actually convinced now that no Saitama fan that believes that Saitama beats Goku actually knows anything about power scaling. And even if they do, they they probably were misguided, because what's unavailable? What the hell does unavailable even mean? Like, bruh. Okay, so let me explain irrelevant speed and show why this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. So, irrelevant speed refers to the speed of characters who are beyond dimensionality, or in simple terms, characters who can move in places that transcend the concept of space and time. Saitama is moving in the universe that's made up of space and time. Nothing shows he's moving beyond space and time here, because the universe is made of space and time. Space is 3 dimensions. That's why space is 3D, and time is 1 dimensional. So 3 plus 1 will give you 4D. So the universe is 4D. So it's still, D means dimension, so it's still a dimension. It still abides by space and time. It doesn't transcend the concept of space and time, so it cannot give him irrelevant speed. And moving through a portal isn't even speed. He's not using his raw speed. He just moved through a portal. Like, Garo just moved into the portal and Saitama followed him. He asks how Saitama appeared before Garo left, but bro, he just followed Garo in there. Like, it's not that hard. Like, there's no feat. To transcend dimensionality, it means you have to transcend the concept of space and time. For those that don't understand, basically imagine this. Imagine you have a dimension, right? Let's say the universe is 4 dimension. It's 4D, it's a 4-dimensional structure. It's 4D. So, to be beyond dimensionality, no matter how infinitely layered, as long as it still has space and time, as long as it still follows dimensionality, it's still below a structure that transcends dimensionality, which is an autoversal structure. I hope I simplified it for you guys, because yeah, this is the easiest I can do to simplify. Just transcend the concept of space and time. The idea of space and time, the whole idea, any form of dimensionality, infinite, infinite squared, infinite raised power of infinity, as long as they are still dimensional, they are not autoversal. They don't grant you irrelevant speed. And seriously, what the hell does unavailable even mean? That's not a thing. Okay, so for Goku's speed, he gave Goku the speed of light plus plus, and shows scans that don't even tell you exactly how fast Goku is moving. Sounds like a real amount of bias here, because how are you supposed to tell how fast someone is moving from this? Okay, but don't worry, I will show you that Goku is beyond infinity faster than Saitama. Don't worry, I'm not just throwing around words, I actually have proof for this. So, after Zeno erased the future Trunks timeline, the time ring broke, so it shows that time has been erased from that reality, right? So, space and time no longer exist there, and Goku is effortlessly moving in that erased time. So that gives Goku at least immeasurable speed. So the definition of immeasurable speed is basically characters who can move at a speed that isn't bound by space and time, basically like what Goku is doing. So the erasure of time and space wouldn't matter to them, because we humans are 3D beings. So if time or space doesn't exist, we can't move, because we need space and time to function, because everything we do relies on space and time. So without space and time, we can't move. But characters who have immeasurable speed don't need space and time. They don't rely on space and time to move. They can move beyond it. So yeah, then massively faster than light is infinitely slower than immeasurable speed. So Goku could punch Saitama 1,000,000 times, an infinite number of times, before Saitama could even blink. So let's move on to his third point. Durability. The typical Saitama fans pick the greatest durability feats for Saitama and pick the worst, least, whichever one you want to call it, for Goku. But not to worry, I'll shed a little light on all of them. So the first one with the elephants. If you watched the episode, you know it was just for laughs. You know basically how the toy hammer was hurting Saitama, as you can see the red to show that it hurts. But it's a toy hammer. It's just supposed to be funny. You're not supposed to read too much into that. Same thing applies for the elephants. It was just a joke scene. It was just to make you laugh, man. It's funny. Dragon Ball started off as a gag manga, so here and there you'll see some funny scenes, just like the elephant one. I know I laughed a lot in that scene because it's meant to be funny. And so yeah, that's the debunk for that one. Second, ice. Well, if you've ever attended physics class, you'd understand what I'm about to say. So, if someone who's 50 times stronger than you and 50 times faster than you grabs your head, carries you, and rams you on styrofoam, let's use styrofoam, and rams you on styrofoam at full speed with his full force, do you think you wouldn't feel pain just because it's styrofoam? Nah, bro, you will feel a lot of pain. And that's because the person who's dragging you is applying a huge amount of pressure on his grip. The force is so massive that it causes an insane amount of friction. I mean, this is basic logic, but for some reason they don't get this. So basically, once the force increases, the pressure increases, your pain, the pain you feel will also increase, because that's how it works. So yeah, the ice thing, I've already debunked it. I mean, it was obvious. Broly is stronger than Goku and faster than Goku, so, well, at that time. So when he rammed Goku at full speed and full power, it will obviously hurt because Goku is being ragdolled by someone 50 times stronger than him. So, yeah. Now the third one, the Rock. I don't know how many times people are gonna explain this, but it's been explained that in Dragon Ball, no matter how strong you are, once you drop your guard or you're empty on ki, you basically become an empty shell. And secondly, Krillin is the one who threw the rock. Krillin scales around Tien, who was able to stop second form Cell, who is way stronger than Frieza, which means Krillin at this point was already stronger than Frieza, who was already universal. So Goku is low on ki, and a universe level character throws a rock at him. It will hurt. It's not like some random kid threw the rock. It's been explained. You could watch the show. Whis explains this. Even Vegeta explained this in Dragon Ball Z. He can reduce his power because when they are low on ki, when they drop their guard, they are basically, how do I put it, suppressing their power, their ki. It's not the level it's usually at. Basically, think of it like, imagine flexing your muscles and then just leaving them to be free. The veins wouldn't pop out when they are free because you're not flexing them. That's exactly how the ki works. You're not trying to be at full power. You're not trying to let your whole ki stay there because you don't need it at that moment. That's basically it. And the laser thing, I never understood it. It's literally the most hypocritical point out of all of them. Because if Superman shoots lasers from his eyes, no one bats an eye, no one talks about Darkseid, like, but because they said it came out from a gun, that, mind you, this gun belongs to the Frieza Force, the same Frieza Force that the Galactic Police are scared of. The same Galactic Police, Jacko, who is in the Galactic Police, had a cannon that was so strong. He stated he was confident that Gohan wouldn't be able to survive it, and Gohan didn't even try to block. That's how strong the cannon is. They have that at their disposal, and they are still scared of the Frieza Force. And considering that the Frieza Force's tech is more advanced than Earth's tech, Earth dies way ahead of us in technology in Dragon Ball because they have flying cars, they can manipulate the size of structures like houses, cars, they can shrink and unshrink them. That's how advanced they are. And their tech, well, besides Capsule Corp, but the usual Earth tech, the flying cars and stuff, is still nowhere near the Frieza Force's tech, right? Obviously, their laser will be way stronger. And then, also the fact that Goku himself admits that if Frieza had landed one more blow, he wouldn't have been able to do anything again. Like, he was on 1 XP. So, Goku is empty on ki, he's low, he has almost no energy left. And everything in Dragon Ball functions on ki, like even planets have ki. So your durability, your strength, your power, your speed, everything is your ki. So once you're low on ki, everything reduces. So Goku is empty on ki. They're using an advanced weapon. This is enough to tell you just exactly why Goku got hurt by the laser. So I don't get why this point keeps being used, because let's just forget about it. And lastly, the train. Okay, if you read the manga, you know Goku wasn't hurt by this, he's just surprised. Like, you could literally read the manga before you post these things. Okay. And he's surprised, he's confused. He's not hurt. How? It's basically like me taking all these scans of Saitama's durability and be like, Saitama's this level, ha ha ha. Like, we know he's not, these are just funny scenes or have an explanation. They're supposed to bring the highest feat for both and compare. That's how you do comparisons. You don't even need to bring the highest durability feats for Goku, you can just bring a regular one and it'll still beat Saitama. And lastly, I don't see why Saitama fans celebrate Saitama for surviving lava like it's some big deal. I mean, lava is hot, but it's just lava. Like, it's lava. Like, what's so special about that? He's durable enough to swim in lava. Oh, okay. And? But let's forget about it. Let's just go on to the fourth point, Battle IQ. And oh my gosh, what the? What? Does he? What? Hold up. Does this guy really think that Battle IQ works the way power scaling does? What? He says, according to scaling, Comic Garo has better Battle IQ than Goku. Does he think that the stronger you are, the higher your Battle IQ? That's like saying, the stronger you get, the smarter you'll be. That doesn't make any sense. That's not how Battle IQ works. Now, don't get me wrong. Garo has good Battle IQ. He has a high Battle IQ. But nowhere near Goku's. And I only need one feat to show that Goku's Battle IQ completely dominates Garo. So, I'm using the battle against, you guessed it, Hit. So, Hit basically has time manipulation. Hit can stop time, skip time, store time inside his own pocket dimension, remove you from time. You know, Hit, a 1,000-year-old assassin who's skilled at tracking your vital points and attacking them, kept launching attacks from the future. Goku was predicting Hit's attacks from the future after just seeing it being used on Vegeta once. That's how high his Battle IQ is. And then for some reason he gives Saitama Battle IQ even though he's showing Garo not to be that guy, but Saitama has 0 Battle IQ. No, don't get me wrong, he doesn't need it because he's stronger than all his opponents. His opponents are, you know, city level, multi-city level. So, for a multi-solar system level character, you don't need Battle IQ. He could literally just one-punch everybody. Either way, it shouldn't even be given, this shouldn't even be considered. Number 5, lifting strength. He presented a scan laid out by someone who calculated how heavy Goku's weights were. I don't know how accurate his results are, but my main concern is the fact he says Goku couldn't endure a black hole gravity. If you watch the show, you know this is wrong. But then he brings a picture, a cover art, the cover art for One Punch Man manga, not a manga panel, the cover art, where Saitama is bench pressing 2 football-sized black holes and says Saitama's lifting strength is better because he's lifting 2 black holes, even though the black holes of Saitama are nowhere near as big as the one Goku was in. I think some of us can see the obvious problem with using a cover art for an argument. First of all, this is just the cover art. Like, it never happened in the story. It's just meant to look cool. It's just meant to give you an idea of what it's about. For example, you see Yujiro and Baki. For example, it didn't happen. But let's say Yujiro and Baki on the cover art, holding planet Earth in their hands. That doesn't mean that they literally did that. That's just to give you an idea. It just look cool. It's give you an idea, pass a message, or look cool. It's not a feat. It didn't happen. take my manga cover art for example. Yeah, I make mangas. So take my manga art for example. Using the same logic the Saitama fans use with the cover art, it's basically like saying that those two white-haired characters are capable of gigantification because they are seemingly playing human-sized chess pieces. What? That never happened in my manga. It just look cool and depict something. It's not a feat to use for something. Literally. Secondly, a black hole the mass of a football will only weigh 7.42 times 10 raised power of 25 kg, which is this number you see on your screen, or 12.4 times the mass of Earth. And using that logic, you can see that if this was actually a feat, the ground beneath him wouldn't be able to support that weight. It would not even be there. All it has is just cracks. That shows you that it's not a feat, because that black hole weight is too much for the ground to support it. So it's not even to be taken literally. Like, it can't even hold the weight of the black hole. Even if we take the black holes as a feat, which we wouldn't, Goku's quite literally, in that episode, he quite literally stood up and endured the gravity of that huge black hole in his base form. Like, it's literally in the episode. Like, see what I mean when I say that Saitama fans don't watch Dragon Ball before they argue? Because literally, you can see him standing in the episode. Now, mind you, this is an extremely fatigued Goku. Goku had just used Ultra Instinct Sign for the second time, and if you already watched the episodes prior, you'd see that after using it the first time, he couldn't even stand up. Frieza had to give him a smidget of energy for him to keep going. Then, while still recovering, he used Ultra Instinct Sign again, then proceeds to fight Universe 2, without rest, mind you. So that exhausted Goku is lifting himself in a massive, heart-shaped black hole. Now, to get the mass, I went online to get an approximate size profile of the black hole and put it into ChatGPT. Yeah, you know, because I'm not asking for its opinion, I'm asking it to calculate something. You don't never use AI to ask for an opinion, because it will just give you it may give you some garbage ass opinion. Just use it for logical, provable things, like asking for calculations about things, like I did. So this is the result I got. It basically told me to get the radius and then use it to get the mass. So the mass turns out to be 6.223 times 10 raised power of 27 kg, or, and that's not even including the fact that the stage is more durable than Universe 7. That arena that Goku is on is more durable than a universe in Dragon Ball. And universes in Dragon Ball are bigger than standard universes. I won't get into that. But the stage is more durable than the universe. And the black hole is still so heavy it's sinking through. I think the difference is clear, guys. Also, I saw in the photo, he points to Saitama standing in a black hole from episode 11. Seems a lot of Saitama fans don't even watch their own shows. The octopus guy, forgotten his name, is an esper, a psychic who uses telekinesis, not gravity. So he uses telekinesis. And he uses telekinesis to mimic gravity, yeah, basically. He used it to mimic gravity. So where Saitama standing, he used his telekinesis to push Saitama down, to weigh on him, make it seem like gravity. And all he asked was, have you ever experienced a black hole? Literally, he didn't say it was a black hole, he didn't prove that it was gravitational singularity, he didn't prove that light doesn't escape through it, he just asked the question and then they blow it out of proportion and say it's a black hole. Another evidence is, just look at the ground, like the floor Saitama is on when the Esper uses his telekinesis doesn't even break, but the ship can't withstand the force of Saitama's punch, negating Star Roaring Cannon, which is stated to have enough power to destroy the surface of the Earth. Not the full planet, just the surface. The ship can't withstand that, but for some reason it can withstand a black hole. Really? Really? So that's another debunk. It's obvious that these guys don't watch their own shows or do research. Also, he said the box's weight is infinite. What? After I saw this, I had to literally go and read the Empty Void saga. Like, I'm caught up on the manga right now because of this statement. And Sonic is literally holding the box, effortlessly. Speedo Sound Sonic, is holding the box without any effort. No complaints. It's just a box. There's no statement of any infinite. It's not conceptually infinite. It's not physically infinite in weight, that is. So where did he get the? Why do Saitama fans make up their own canon? Like, you see the feats I showed about Saitama destroying those thousands to millions of stars? Literally, in comment sections, you see Saitama fans saying that he destroyed billions of universes. What? When? How? What are we talking about, people? The final one, hacks and ability. He gave it to Saitama, whereas the only hacks Saitama has are high mental fortitude, time manipulation, spatial manipulation, non-physical interaction, and if you want to add it, causality manipulation. Whereas Goku has durability negation, light manipulation, non-physical interaction, reactive evolution and adaptation, power mimicry, life manipulation, mind reading, telepathy, space-time manipulation, existence erasure resistance, healing, teleportation, telekinesis, key avatar, illusion resistance, evil purification, existence erasure, to name a few. Those are just the ones I can list from the top of my head. Yeah, how did Saitama get hacks and abilities? Well, that's the end of all his points, and as you can see, all of them were very bad and showed a lack of understanding and knowledge about both Dragon Ball and One Punch Man.